Mark always thought he was a good husband. He worked 40 hours a week, paid the bills on time, and never raised his voice. But what Mark failed to realize is that a marriage doesn't end because of a massive explosion. It ends because of the quiet, heavy weight of being ignored. And by the time Mark finally understood that, his wife Sarah was already gone. For 5 years, Sarah lived a double life. By day, she worked a full-time job. By night, she ran a second, unpaid shift as a maid, chef, and nanny in her own home. Every evening looked the same. Mark would drop his keys on the counter, kick off his shoes right in the hallway, and collapse onto the couch. Meanwhile, Sarah was drowning. She would ask for help, her voice exhausted. "Mark, can you please fold the laundry?" Or, "Mark, I need you to wash the dishes tonight." Mark's response was always a variation of the same phrase. "I'm tired, babe. I had a long day at work. I'll get to it later." But later never came. Sarah always ended up doing it herself, resentment quietly building behind her eyes. Last Tuesday was the breaking point. Sarah had come home late after a brutal day, only to find the kitchen buried under dirty pots, a mountain of unfolded laundry on the bed, and Mark playing video games. She didn't scream. She didn't start an argument. She simply realized that being single would actually be less lonely than being married to someone who treated her like an invisible servant. When Mark woke up the next morning, the house was dead silent. No smell of coffee, no sound of Sarah getting ready. On the kitchen island lay her house keys, her wedding ring, and a simple note that read, "I'm tired of doing this alone. If I have to take care of everything by myself, I might as well actually be by my sea." At first, Mark was angry. He thought she was being dramatic. But then, the reality of the house hit him. Within 48 hours, the trash was overflowing. He ran out of clean clothes. He didn't even know how to properly turn on the washing machine because he had never bothered to look. Sitting alone in the suffocating silence of the messy kitchen, it finally clicked. Sarah hadn't left over unwashed dishes. She left because she realized her peace of mind mattered more than waiting for a man to grow up. The guilt hit Mark like a physical blow. He realized he had traded the woman he loved for a few extra hours of laziness on the couch. Mark didn't write an angry text. Instead, he spent the next 2 days cleaning the entire house from top to bottom, learning how to actually manage a home. Then he drove to Sarah's sister's house. When Sarah opened the door, she didn't see the arrogant husband who expected a medal for doing the bare minimum. She saw a man who was genuinely broken, ready to beg for forgiveness, and willing to put in the work to earn her back, no matter how long it took. Relationships aren't 50-50. They are 100-100. Don't wait until the house is empty to appreciate who fills it with life. If this story resonated with you, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one.